lots of questions. It's going to take us about 2 hours, I think. So let's get started. Okay. The question number 2 is that PMCSA has open posts for all batches, not including the 2008 and the pre-medical students. What are your comments? Do you think it will benefit the Student Association? And do you think the coming final year students can handle the post if they are elected?
Can I sit?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. So commenting on that question, if you want, just be realistic. Yeah? To me, just be realistic. You want to open the post for the class 2008 seniors, they only have another 40 days. Okay? And also, if you want to open the post for the pre-med, they only have a few more weeks. Right? But what we can do, we can offer them a post. Meaning the committee can elect a representative from the senior class and also the pre-med class into the committee so that they can have their voice inside the committee. This is my comment on this. Thank you.
That was very brief from Ms. Wan. Actually, I think it's a good thing to actually open up, because I think everyone should have an equal right to run. It's a college for the students, committee is run for the students. So it's a right for every single student to run. Obviously, it's not practical, as Wan said, final maths, nor the pre-maths to run. But I think it's a good thing, because I don't think you should actually categorize someone based on their seniority or all that. And it actually lets everyone vote. I think if just the third maths vote for third maths, it's going to cater to their class, not to the entire college. So I think it's a commendable change, a timely change as well. And it's also from the floor. I think the class of 2010 brought it up, and also some from 2009 class. So I think it's a good thing. We'll have a good share of spoils. We'll have an equal amount of participation from all classes. So in that way, it would surely benefit the college. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
That's democracy in action. So anyone can vote for anybody now. And that's the way the new Malaysia is going to be. So let's go on to number 3. How would you manage the societies and club during your stay in office? Do you think there is a need for society coordinator post just to look after societies, since you already have a sports coordinator?
Okay. Okay. So regarding this question, okay, what I have in mind, okay, if I'm elected in this post, okay, so all the presidents of these clubs and societies will be under the committee, meaning that we divide it into 2. One is for the clubs for all the sports, another one is the others lah, meaning not the sport, maybe Islamic Society, Christian Society, Islamic Culture, Indian Cultural Society, and etc. etc. So meaning that the sports the president sport have their own committee, meaning the head will be the sports coordinator. And meanwhile, for the other presidents, there will be like a presidential committee for the other clubs. Meaning it can be either under the president, under the vice president, or under the events coordinator. That's what I remember. So meaning that all the presidents for each club, societies will be in the committee, can come to the meetings, and they have their right to voice anything and concern, and they also can get their funds from the PMCSA. Since that PMCSA have lots of funds. Okay, that's what I remind. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. I think the what do you call hierarchy has been there. That the SU, Students' Union, is the main regulatory board, and that is usually represented by PMCSA, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, I think PMCSA being a student union representing students should not just look into that, but as all societies are all under the college. It's not fair to say the SU has absolute power to dictate what's going around, because the sports works in a different way from what we saw in Dublin. It's like we have to divide the cultural stuff to one side, sports to one side, and these SU-based activities on another side. But at the same time, we have to incorporate all of these societies and SU together if we are to get enough audiences or even participation from all the kids. So I think it's a commendable idea, but the sports coordinator will have to work hand in hand with all society presidents, because they are regulating what's going on in their respective small clubs, although it is part of PMC and all those. But it's important to actually cooperate because like badminton society or say basketball or swimming or whatever, if you have that, table tennis, etc. If they don't have proper guidance from the sports coordinator per se, we can't really distribute the information to the entire class or college. And I can see like people like Victor have been really trying hard to come and call up people from our class to get involved, but there are some getting involved, but still, there's a bit of reluctancy in there. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to go, but I'm not sure I want to go. So if we have a whole coordination of the sports as one, and then cultural societies like Islamic Society, Indian Cultural Society, Christianity, etc., and into one, and these three major groups, at least we can have a head for each of these subcommittees. And maybe that will do great help, because if one person is in charge for different activities, it makes life easier. If one person is going to run the whole thing, it's going to be pretty messed up, I would say. So, yeah, I think we should look into that and try and do what we could. Those who are elected, maybe. That's what I'd say. Thank you.
Do you think we should have marks or something like that, like assessments or something that would help? For all these activities, it would be great for all activities, some mark for co-curricular activities. That's the kind of thought. Okay. All right, now. Yes. Okay, all right, great. That's a lawyer talking. No advantage to anyone bigger. All right. Okay. Okay, all right. So number 4. So Panish, what ideas have you gained from Ireland and what do you use to implement in the college?
That's a very tough question, actually. But what I've seen in Ireland is we did have PMCSA per se, but I wouldn't say it was the entire 100% involvement of all Malaysian students, because it was very divided in between. Say PMCSA is PMC students alone. We also have full course Malaysian students over there who were reluctant to join PMCSA because it's PMC Students Association. At the same time, there were the non-Malaysian students who could come in. But because the activity was, mainly around the Malaysian agenda and the Penang Medical College agenda, they were reluctant to join in as well. Where I believe, obviously, participation of many individuals, not just to claim you have 300, 400 members, but as a working committee, it would be helpful. The only problem was people have egos inside, I believe, in a lot of societies, and it's hard to break that down and to have everyone to cooperate. So it's really important for us to actually look into that rather than sticking on to what we have been given from by the previous committees, and maybe open it up and try to integrate everything, because if there's no integration, I think there's no point in doing anything for the college. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
What to use and implement.
All right, okay. Regarding this question, okay, I think from my personal experience this past 1 year in PMC, what I can see in any events or activities done by any societies, either by PMCSA or other societies or clubs, the people who came for each activity are the same people, meaning that not all the PMC students are involved in any activities that are done in this college. So meaning that we have to do something with this, okay? Because what I can see, what I want to see is that PMC student is not just people who like to read books, go to wars, but actually it's more life than books, man. And we have to do more about it. Because to develop a good skill, a human skill, we need not just knowledge in medical, we have to have a lot of other skills, communication skills, social skills and everything, leadership skills. Because to be a good doctor, it's not just about reading books and knowledge all about the medicine or surgery or pills or everything, but it depends.